We are about to embark upon a series of strange and exciting, dangerous adventures. Adventures that will lead us to all parts of the world.
Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Absolute Power Task Force VII, Issue 6. This issue takes place after the events of Absolute Power Issue 3 and Absolute Power Super Sun number 1, which is a one-shot. And this is a tie-in to the 2024 DC summer event called Absolute Power. This issue was written by Stephanie Williams, art by Khary Randolph, colors by Alex Guimaraes, lettered by Dave Sharpe, cover by Pete Woods, edited by Brittany Holzer and Kathleen Wisniewski, group editor Paul Kaminsky. The cover's okay, it does relate to what's going on in the book. We start off with an Amazo robot heading toward Themyscira. It's the one that's absorbed Wonder Woman's powers, and it's there to punish the Amazons for interfering, and also to acquire something called the Well of Souls, not related to Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark movie at all. Totally not related. So the Amazons prove to be very minimal resistance to this insanely powerful robot that's just marauding across their island, and it starts stealing souls from the Well of Souls, because apparently there's a way for people to get resurrected maybe out of this, and it's extracting their powers out of it. And they mentioned several characters like Phantom Lady, Blue Ice, Fury, Firebrand, Mind Boggler, and Whisperia. So that was actually pretty interesting. And then they play a recording from Amanda Waller, and the Amazo robot literally shakes its finger at them. We find out that Steve Trevor is been caught. He saw a little too much from the multiversal gateway / Stargate knockoff, and he's on the run and runs into a couple people that are planning an escape attempt, which is not telling you anywhere in the book that this has happened up to this point. It's obviously happened in some other book, and they never tell me where, so I'm never going to look at it. But the story is continued in Wonder Woman 13, so I'm assuming it has something to do with Wonder Woman 12, maybe? I don't know. Don't really care. I'm not going to go buy that book because I have enough investment in this miniseries. Whatever happens with Steve Trevor, I guess I'll find out when I find it in a dollar bin somewhere. Overall, this issue is just okay. It's not really worth the cover price. Finding out what was going on with Steve Trevor was pretty interesting, but they're not even going to wrap it up in this miniseries? That's insulting. I'm kind of annoyed with that. Also, the story is inconsequential at all to the overall miniseries unless it's some sort of MacGuffin to get these other older characters back, like Phantom Lady and the other souls that were taken out of there. But this will probably be forgotten about and thrown in the dustbin of history because most of these issues have been. I would say this is probably the third or fourth best of the series, but that's not saying much. So far, issues 2 and 5 are probably the most important ones that actually add anything even remotely to the Absolute Power storyline, but it's largely just a one-shot that's tangentially related. It's way more related to the miniseries than Super Sun was, but I'm still not super impressed with most of the issues of this. So I would say get it out of a discount bin, don't pay anywhere near cover price, especially because they've been building up this Steve Trevor storyline just to direct you to a different book. And I find that incredibly insulting. It's just a bait and switch by DC. So they don't even care enough about their own audience to complete a storyline in the miniseries that they started it in. They gotta send you to a different book entirely. So a lazy attempt at a cash grab from DC that really annoyed me. Beyond that, get it out of a discount bin for $1 or $2 and you'll be a lot happier with the result. So I'm not gonna really recommend it unless you can get it that way. I'm not gonna get this in trade paperback. It's just not that important to the storyline, and it's largely not that compelling so far in the series. Maybe next issue will have something epic to conclude it, but I highly doubt it. But that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.